little bro. I mean, Tua had this welcome to the NFL moment. They knocked him around early. Aaron Donald got to him. And then the defense went out there and was just like, we going to do our part, and we going to make sure that we give our young quarterback some cushion. So in that case, I got to give a lot of props to the Miami Dolphins defense. And Brian Flores is really putting them guys in position to play well, and they've taken advantage of every opportunity they've gotten, including yesterday. But for Tua, I thought he hung in there. Like I said, he had his moment where he got hit. Probably woke him up a little bit. He threw a nice touchdown pass and, had some nice sprint outs and a couple passes. It wasn't pretty, but he's 1-0. Moving forward, I would just like to see the Miami Dolphins just open it up for him, open it up like they did for Ryan Fitzpatrick and let him throw the ball around the yard. But when you're playing against Aaron Donald, your first game, rookie game, that's terrifying. He terrified every other quarterback in the league, and it's going to happen to you. So the only thing you want to do and focus on is just get out of the stadium with a win the best way you can, no matter how you do it, passing the football, running the football, defense. It was just good for Tua to get out of there 1-0 and then to do a lot for his confidence moving forward.
Yeah, I agree with you, Mike. I thought he did some good things. They didn't ask him to do a whole lot, and I think that was the game plan. We don't need you to do a whole lot. The Rams had 326 more yards, 13 minutes time of possession, 31 first downs. To the Dolphins had 8, and Tua completed 12 passes. But the Rams turned it over 4 times in the first half, and that is a recipe for disaster. And normally, Skip, if the Cowboys were any good, when Carson Wentz turned the ball over 4 times, that's what should have happened to them. They should have caught an L just like the Rams. But because Dallas was unable to take advantage of that, they ended up losing after getting 4 turnovers. But it also helps when you turn the ball over. They turn the ball over also. Skip, look, you get a defensive touchdown, a punt return touchdown, as you mentioned, a scoop and score to the 1-yard line. Skip, more times than not, the team that does that, you're going to win the game. You're going to win the game, and that's what happened. And like I said, I think moving forward, they will add a little bit more to Tua's plate. If he thinks he's going to get scoop and scores every game, punt return touchdowns, 2 interceptions every game, that's not going to happen. Teams are going to force, they're going to shut down the run. They're going to force Tua to throw the football, and that's what they want to do. But yesterday, they couldn't force him to throw the football because they were so sloppy. The Rams were so sloppy protecting the football themselves. But Tua did what he needed to do. He got a win, but he will definitely need to do more in order to move forward.
Which is why I have no idea how to evaluate what Tua did yesterday, because it was next to nothing, because he wasn't asked to do much of anything. It's got to be the luckiest first start for a quarterback in NFL history, because they took him completely off the hook against a team that came in favored by 3.5 or 4 points with a hellacious pass rush that got him early. Welcome to the NFL. Aaron Donald got the football, and Brockers got Tua and just body slammed him. And it was, I'm sure, coming off the career-threatening hip surgery, I'm sure he heaved a sigh of relief that he got baptized, like rebaptized, where you say, well, at least I got through that one. And yet, if you had told me Friday when we were kicking this around that the Rams would hold Tua to 93 passing yards and that he tried to run twice and got 0 total yards, I'd say, ooh, this got ugly. Yeah, it did get ugly the other way. And it got ugly because Jared Goff had a terrible game. He had a Carson Wentz memorial give it to him game. I started calling him Jared Cough, as in cough it up, because I've never seen anything like this. All in the first half, he gets intercepted on a zone blitz that gives the ball. Christian Wilkins got it down at the Rams 33. And then they had the fumble return for a touchdown. That's 78 yards. So it's 2nd and goal at the 9 for the Rams. You're going in for a score, and all of a sudden it's sack, fumble, scoop, score, 78 yards. Now it's 14-7. And then Jakeem Grant returns the punt for 88 yards and a touchdown. Now it's 21-7. Goff throws another interception and then another sack, fumble. And as you point out, Shannon, Kyle Van Noy took it all the way down to the 1, and you get a gift little 1-yard touchdown. Well, that all happened in the first half. It's 28-7 at halftime, and Tua's done next to nothing. So if you ask me to give Tua a grade, I don't know, except it's incomplete, right? What did he do? He threw one nice ball against a complete all-out blitz to Devontae Parker, who had a little 3-yard touchdown. That was the only ball he caught the whole game. Well, he's your go-to guy.
Right.
2 targets, 1 3-yard touchdown catch. So it's like TBD on Tua because he didn't do anything awful except for the opening play, but now what?
Well, Skip, if you think about it, we had 3 guys yesterday that win games. Josh Allen, Kirk Cousins completed 11 passes.
Yep.
Tua completed 12 passes. And
Okay,
they won the game.
but time out. They were doing it in high wind and rain, and he's doing it in Miami.
But he's a rookie.
Okay, he's a rookie. I'm not condemning him. I'm just saying, what am I supposed to make of this? Nothing.
Well, how about this, Skip? If I come to class every day and I turn my paper in on time, can I at least get a passing grade? At least I did that. Before you even grade it, just say, you know what? I'm going to give you a passing grade because you did come every day and you did turn the paper in on time. Tua did that.
Okay, but he got a QBR 25, which is scale 0 to 100. It's terrible.
Don't grade the paper, Skip. I didn't say the paper was any good.
Okay.
I just said I turned it in on time.
So it's pass, fail, I pass you. Okay.
You know, what Tua was able to endure yesterday, I would have definitely took that in my first start. My first start was against the Dallas Cowboys, Skip.
Yep.
I don't know if you remember.
I do.
Being a long-time Cowboys fan.
Yep, I do.
And I'll just say this. After all was said and done, by the end of the game, Doug Johnson and I was alternating in and out every play.
Yeah.
And it felt like a Pop Warner game to me at that point. I was disappointed and embarrassed and knew I had to get more out of myself. So what Tua was able to endure yesterday and what happened, no, it was just God-given that yesterday.
It was.
And he should be thankful
Because
like Shannon, like you said, it may not be another week like that for a long, long time.
Ooh.
Dan Reeves must have been your coach. You alternating quarterbacks.
Yeah, Dan Reeves. It was. Shout out to Dan Reeves.
I've been a part of that. So
well, Dan Reeves learned it from Coach Landry in Dallas because he tried it 1 year with Staubach and Morton, and that did not work.
It did not work for us.
We got it right, though. We got it right.
Yep. Nope, he did get it right. Agreed.
But the Dolphins possess the #1 scoring defense. So just don't put the ball in harm's way. And that's what happens. If you look at us, the 2000 Ravens, just don't put the ball in harm's way. The likelihood of a team driving down the field, if you don't put us in harm's way, is not very good. You look at the Bears, the 85 Bears. You look at the 02 Bucks. If you had to drive continuously down the field, 70, 80 yards, the likelihood of you beating that team wasn't very good. So they were not going to ask Tua in his first start against that vaunted pass rush to drop back 5, 7 steps and throw the ball down the field. Let's try to get the ball out of his hands quick, hopefully. And the Rams played right into it by turning the ball over and getting behind. Now Tua doesn't have to do anything. He can go 3 and out because as long as he keep you on a negative field, you weren't going to beat him.
I think Brian Flores got a number on Sean McVay. If you think about the Super Bowl last couple of years, it was the same look. It was hard for Rams to move the football. And when I started to connect the dots, I'm like, this is what's going on. This is what's happening. This man knows this man. He knows what he likes to do, and he took everything away from this team, and they won defensively. And that's what you're supposed to do on this level.
Yep.
Good stuff. Mike, I can't let you go yet because we still have to talk about the Patriots' loss yesterday. Was it solely on Cam's shoulders? We debate next.